Hi, Costa. Hi, Pascal. Hi, Sid.
Yeah. Statistics, right? Is the title?
Matrix, statistics, a little mishmash of stuff.
Okay.
A lot of this is already on webinars.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just doing like a very high level tricks or how to go about certain things. But our webinars are actually really good. So if ever you want to go deeper into the subject, I highly suggest the webinars. And obviously practice, because it's all about practicing. So who didn't use Matrix yet? You're fairly new. Study.
How are you?
Give yourself. Anybody else that hasn't really used Matrix much? Everybody comfortable with
An
Matrix?
Like I know how to pull up the stats, like I know how to like generate the stats.
I
From-
know.
from
I use
Matrix.
From
Matrix
Matrix.
every day, but not for stats. Me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's different places where you can get your stats from. We'll go over a couple. Matrix is not necessarily the best place. The barometer is better, which is APCIQ. Okay, so they do stats, quarterly stats. So we'll go through that. And we actually generate and send you guys the stats every month. Well, Ziggy does, right? You all get the email, right? Okay, so those are the stats you need to really use with your customers and basically tell them if it's a buyer's market or a seller's market. Those are the stats that are super important for you guys to kind of remember, right? Even in conversations, like who doesn't have that question all the time? How's the market doing, right? It's like the classic question people ask you. All right, so I'll do a quick overview of Matrix. Matrix has some really cool functions. I mean, it's our main tool, right? So you kind of want to be on top of your main tool. Let me just share the screen. Okay, so Matrix is really our to-go-to tool. It has everything on your dashboard. It has a bunch of info. You can configure this the way you want as well. I spend very little time on this, but it's because it's tight. I don't have much information, but I have all the information I want. Okay, and I'll explain quickly. So here, basically, it's what is in your bucket. So right now I'm going to go to 0 because I have 2 listings. They're both expiring, and I'm all good with it because I want 0 at the beginning of the year. Because I planned it this way, right? What's important for me is this. So these are active customers. Forget my name there, but I have customers that check what I send them on a daily basis. So this guy, for example, he checked something at 11:22. Now I can just go in, figure out which listing he clicked on. Did he put a heart? Did he bin it? Did he, what did he do with it? And then I can follow up with a call. Hey, Stefano, I saw you on the site this morning. Do you want to go see this building? Do you need more information? Okay, because we're in the position now where you have to go out and get those sales. They're not just falling on your head. And okay, the market has shifted, so you got to work these leads. These are people that take time to actually read your email, right? The email that was sent to them, automated or not. So quite important. So these guys checked it last week. Well, Moni and Eric. All right. So obviously there's something they looked at last week. So I got to figure out what it was, give them a call, and try to nurture that relationship and make eventually or a sale or get a listing. Concierge service. So I have a lot of people on concierge. Do you guys know what that is? So that's when you do a search. So I'm your customer and I say I'm looking for a house between 8 and $1 million, 4-bed, 2-bath, blah 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 in this area. So you create a search for me, and instead of saying send ASAP or send, you say concierge. What does concierge do? Well, like the name says, sorry guys, concierge is here. So obviously I haven't done my work well enough because I have a bunch of people that have their search came out positive and I've been sent. So see this guy, 78 on sent. Well, forget my name because I have searches for me alone. 21 here. So these should technically be at 0 out of any given day.
What's unsent?
I didn't even go in. So basically I would go in here. Let's say,
We have to check them before sending them?
yeah. Okay, so this guy, what he's looking for, I'm not gonna send him 78 listings.
Yeah, I don't like them. I like it because usually I'll do the automatic emails to myself so that I can filter them and then I'll forward
You
it.
don't need to do that. You can just do
Yeah.
this as a concierge. So you don't get all these emails,
Yeah.
but you go in here and then you decide what you want to send. Now there's people like, this guy's a commercial guy. He doesn't want to see 78
No.
listings.
Yeah.
He wants to see what's pertinent for his needs and that's it, right? And I want him to click on what's pertinent for him when I send him. If I send you an email with 28 listings versus I send you an email with 3,
Yeah,
chances are pretty high you'll look at the 3. The 28, you'll be like, dude,
Overwhelming.
delete, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not gonna be interesting for you. So a little note, anything highlighted in bold means it's our own listing in-house. It's a Ducatier agent, okay? So it's cool also to have like a quick, this is XYZ, I can give him a call, give her a call, hey, what's up, what's going on? $42 a square foot, and it'd be 30, what's included, much easier to deal with our own than outsourced. And obviously CPP, I will leave in the bin or I'll delete. I'm just giving you some quick pointers here on this. Okay, so this guy has for sale and for rentals. Okay, so you have a bunch of them. So let's see here. So this guy, Westmount, same thing. I'm not going to send them listings from 2 mil to 25 mil. He has a budget. Maybe he's at the 25 mark. I don't know, but I do know he's not. Okay, so I know he's between the 3 and the 4. He's here. This is what he's looking for. So I'll just send him these 2. That's it. I won't send him lower or higher because I know his bracket, right? So these are just little pointers on concierge, which is, in my view, is one of the best features of Matrix because you control what you send and you see what they see.
Yeah.
When they click on it, you know that you've already pre-selected the items. So you already know when you're calling them, which house I sent you the 2 on the boulevard. Okay, minus the addresses, whatever, but at least j'ai limité qu'est-ce que j'ai envoyé. I'm not clueless.
Do you see yourself?
You're automatically
Okay.
on the portal, you're there. You can see what they see, so you don't need to see yourself.
Just in case you forgot what you selected, there's a way to check.
Yes, always a way to check yourself. It's just, at some point, you get too many emails, and then even if you
know.
CC yourself, you're not reading them. So it's a counterproductive. It's counterproductive.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys know how to do the concierge search?
I forgot if you could show.
It's no problem. So let's say you go to a single family, Geneva.
been like sending PDFs of listings.
Really?
Instead of like actually using this. I'm gonna use this.
I'm doing the auto emails, but to myself, so I can filter.
Oh, there's no house for sale. It's come.
I do manually.
I do this a lot when I sell.
I don't send PDF. Manually.
What's
the
good
link-
is it keeps track of what you sent them. So
click on the
previous
link
to
and
like,
select all
send
the
me a new
pictures.
list.
Yeah.
You can say, oh, I already sent them this one, and this will automatically send them whatever comes on the market too.
There we go.
Based on.
Okay, so what's important here when you're doing a search for sales, you have to add 1+ here. If you don't, you're gonna get rentals and sales, all right? So by adding 1+ here, look at my number, whoops, I disappeared again. Okay, and this.
You did put the plus.
43, so it was 58, it went down to 43 roughly. Now, I want detached home, it's gonna go down again to 4. Okay? Let's say that's what your customer is asking for, well, then just put in as much as information as you can. If not, I know some people like to touch this,
Yeah.
don't touch it. Not all brokers input their listings correctly, okay? Maybe I don't too, like, it's not necessarily a good thing to add gas fireplace.
No.
Because if I didn't put gas fireplace, boom, it's not gonna show up. So it's a disservice to your buyer that you're adding so many specific criteria, right? Bedrooms you can, bathrooms, same thing, but same thing. Bedrooms is usually okay, bathrooms,
What about corner units?
well, then that will pop up after. If you're looking at a row of houses, then yes, you can do corner unit. But you gotta know it's a row of houses.
Bedroom total, is that like the 15 bedroom total with the hallway and all
No,
that?
no, bedroom total is bedroom.
Always
And
bedroom.
always put a plus after.
5.5,
Yeah,
3.5.
Okay.
So now I got 4, right? I'm gonna click on them. I don't know who asked for concierge unit. Search. These are my 4, right?
Yeah.
Now I can select them like this. And then on the bottom go save or new email. So you see new auto email, click on that. You fill out the info on top. And then here, enable concierge. See how it got rid of the rest? So you have the choice, enable concierge, ASAP to send them right away as they pop up. So ASAP, very useful when we were in the market
Before.
6 months ago. Because they would sell ASAP, so you want them to receive them. You don't want a customer telling you, hey, I saw the, and then you're like, well, it's sold already. Then you look like an idiot because you're not on top of the game, right? So you have to gauge what you're gonna use with which customers, right? Right?
Yes.
I know it's just after lunch, I'm just trying to.
So which one we should choose? Enable concierge mode? You said one of them is better. I remember, I think the top one, right?
Yeah.
Enable
Yeah,
concierge.
the other one just puts it on your home tab as well, but I mean, if you don't have that many searches, you want it there, no problem, but when you have a list of people, it starts becoming a little too much information on your dashboard. The dashboard is supposed to be like, at a glance, you're good, okay, call this guy, tack, not, oh, I gotta sort through this data sheet, right?
So concierge sends them to you first to filter and then
Yeah.
you choose what you send to them.
So you will get them,
Okay.
you would get them, here,
Oh,
yeah, so you would get them here. So this would be your list of different concierge searches that you might have created for customers.
Oh, is came by name of different client.
You have it by name of client, and then you decide what you want to put here. Also useful if you have listings. Why would I use this if I have a listing?
To see the competition and what's going on in the market.
Well, so I have a house for sale in Nouveau Saint Laurent, let's say, okay? And I told my seller in my CMA, what did I tell her? I will keep you informed every week or every second week of market trends, blah, 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 blah. But
How can we forget?
Well, yeah, but guys, that's your selling features, right? It's not only telling them you're gonna do it, but it's actually getting it done. Because if you get it done, that guy's gonna talk to his buddy, to the wife of his other buddy, to his aunt, and tell, oh, these guys are on top of their game, right? And that's how word of mouth goes around that you're the top guys. Yeah, you following me?
yeah.
So by having this, super easy to see. You don't need to go and search again. It's coming to you. You can put it on concierge or you can say ASAP to your email. This is when you would utilize your own email.
So you set 1 times and until you finish with this client, from 1 month to 6 months, you always get this.
Yeah.
Starts coming to your concierge.
Yeah, so look up here, I got 4 in my name, right? Multiplex, Multi-Chris, Mike Multi, and Beacon Steel. Why do I have these? Because I have people in those zones that are, in this case, some are their owners, and some are looking to potentially sell. So not only am I keeping them up to date, I don't even have their house, but I'm telling them, hey, buddy, your house that we evaluated for 1.5, I think is going down now because your neighbor sold for 1.4. So, or it's going up. So you're keeping that relationship going. It's not, oh, I didn't get the listing, okay, trash. No, never trash. they didn't give you the listing, maybe they're not ready to sell. It's okay, people don't necessarily want to list in the next 2-3 months. Guys, we shift in market, again, it's a shift in how you operate, how you should operate.
So, where would you input the data for their email?
Well, in this case, it's different, this is coming to me directly, because I'm not sending this by email.
No,
Yeah.
the one that you would send to a client.
Yeah,
Oh,
but the
yeah,
one
so,
where
so
the
you,
data of the-
so you have to create a contact first.
Okay.
You create a contact, and then when you do the search and you say new. I'll do it again.
It's like,
This.
I'm building, or just this one, there was another one that went to Bill. Usually,
Okay, so I'm just doing anything here, just.
seller.
Yeah, whatever it is,
So,
many times we don't have time to start. We
yeah.
don't have time to start.
As long as the definition of convenience.
Do you have like a big baguette in your backyard?
We'll get everything quick.
Okay, so let's say this is your search, you're gonna select whatever you want, save, new auto email. Here is where you choose your contact. On top. So the name that you input is gonna be somewhere in here,
Oh my God.
okay?
And that's for every,
Well, I hope so.
every single lead is there.
No,
Like,
well, you can do whatever you want. You can put all your leads there. I don't like calling them leads. I call them my hot crew. Hot. They're gonna buy, they're gonna sell, and I have a relationship going. Anybody that hung up on me, I'm gonna delete off my
No,
list.
yeah, but I'm talking about like the people who are like,
Yeah.
no, perfect, no, no,
Well,
You're on my radar.
you know who to put. That's up to you. You decide. You can BCC yourself on all the emails. I think that was your question. And make sure the subject is clear. French, English, obviously. Si c'est quelqu'un qui parle juste français, ben, n'envoyez pas en anglais. You know, you can choose your language here. You can modify the text. It's pretty clean already. So maybe you
But
just
this one you
want.
have to create by yourself, the message.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know it's
So-
related.
It's automatic.
This is,
Name.
this is the welcome message. It goes out the first email. If they don't click on it, they'll never get the other emails, okay? Then you have a recurrent email, I change it, it's very straightforward. One or more blah, 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 your search criteria, match your search criteria, please let me know if you require additional information. Short, sweet, like, there's nothing else to write, really. Like, well, I'm very to the point, but you guys
Yeah.
decide.
We know that.
This
We
picture
know
will,
that.
actually listing will talk himself, so you don't need to make too much problem.
Okay, so very powerful tool, a lot of search patterns as well. So single family, I don't think I need to explain what it is. General. You guys know what general is.
Everything.
It's a mix of everything. Condominium,
I use
so
cross.
sorry, general is general single family.
Yeah.
They added this. The general that I'm talking about is this one.
That's
That's
everything, right?
everything.
Yeah.
Well, I
Mr.
use
Mike,
cross
has a question.
property. I use cross property.
You can use cross.
Is that the same thing?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, more or less. I don't use cross properties because it's a little broad in my books.
Okay, but you use that general under the
I
law.
use this one if I want to use it. Don't forget, commercial, industrial property, revenue property, land.
So
For me, all this goes into one bucket. It's commercial.
flexes go under revenue.
Revenue property.
Yeah, but
Duplex,
so
triplex.
I would do, if you're looking for revenue properties, you can do revenue properties here, but I might have listed it
But that's what I mean, sometimes.
in single family as a triplex or a duplex.
How do you?
You do both.
Or general.
Because again, not all brokers will put the property in one bucket. So
But they should not, Karim, if it's revenue property, they should put it.
we're not debating what they should or should not do. Okay, I am telling you. In the world of listings, all right, and I've done it before. So townhouse in East Vermont, okay? So I put it under single and I also put it under condo.
Yeah, this is some people.
I sold it under condo, but it's not a condo, it's a house. It's in a co-op. So, and I got feed from, RLPDQ, oh, you can't have the same, I added a Z, okay.
That's,
whatever.
I see that.
There's always a workaround. Just put it out. My job is to sell the property. I don't care how I do it. I'll put it in every single bucket if I need to. But is it right? No, absolutely not. It's a single home. It wasn't a condo, but it's sold through the condo system. I won't do it again. Okay. So this is pretty straight. Farms, hobby farms, I don't think anybody here will use that. Commercial, if you have your license, you will figure it out. This is one, there's a better website called Atlas. So if you do commercial, you might want to go into the commercial, Royal LePage commercial division. It's an extra fee, but it gives you access to Atlas, okay? Which is what all the big guys use. Who has commercial here?
Soon,
1, 2, that's it?
no, soon.
Okay,
In
yeah,
March,
that's it. I said it in the, I said Atlas,
Yeah.
Atlas.
I was like, that's new?
No, it's the same one.
What's that?
It's le système that all the big brokers use, like big brokers meaning commercial brokers, like CBRE, Colliers, Knight Frank, these guys, like they're not a matrix.
Oh.
They have access to a different interface, which is, it's independently controlled. Ouais.
Juste comme ça, pourquoi? Like it's
Commercial is not under OSC control.
so like a private company that does the hosting.
Yeah.
Okay, my matrix. So dashboard is the first page I showed you where you have all your stuff. Summary, I'll just click on it. This is just your contact.
And sorry, before you move on, and when you look for parking, where is the best place?
What do you mean?
Just parking, buying parking.
Why are you
In
wasting
downtown.
your time?
Or is,
Why are you wasting your time looking for parking? How much money are you gonna make on selling a parking?
sometimes,
10%?
in downtown, I'm
Okay, so how much is the parking? 40K?
40K, 50K, 60K, yeah.
Okay, so it's like a good rental.
Yeah, sometimes it's rent out. No, I have the issue right now, like I'm signing 2 condo in downtown. So should we buy parking? We should not buy parking.
Just sell the condo. Sell the condo. Somebody wants to buy the condo, wants to buy parking, no problem. Buy the condo, then look for parking. Don't sit down with that, man. Parking is cool. Come on, no, seriously. it's-
But you can find in general.
I have no idea. I never looked for parking.
I didn't even know you could teleport.
Yeah, you can. Actually,
Now
you
you
know
know.
what? Who has a parking for sale
Yes,
downtown?
There's parking on the
What
market.
about renting?
Yukon Wang. I just saw, he just sent it. He has a parking downtown. Is it Tour des Canadiens?
Quarter $50 commission.
60,000 for the parking. Yeah, it's something stupid like
What about,
1,005, like,
what about renting a parking? Is that going?
I don't know.
No, you don't.
And I won't pretend I don't do parking.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine the commission on renting a parking? Oh.
Like, what a waste of time, guys.
Listen, I have a question for you. For the condominium, I am signing one condo in downtown, but this one has to be rent and sale.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use 1 brokerage contract or 2 brokerage contract? Two. Okay. So I'm gonna put 2 listing, more visible.
Or you put them together, 500K slash, I don't know, 5,000 a month, whatever.
Je sais pas si ça rentre dans cet aspect-là de recherche matrix, mais quand il y a des gens qui font un peu des ensembles de ventes, une maison avec 4 lots qui sont tous pas fusionnés, mais qui veulent vendre en gros. Comment?
Mais tu peux faire un cross-reference des niveaux MLS. Donc, on a écrit cette propriété vendue avec MLS numéro tac. You can do it. Mais assure-toi de mettre dans les remarques à haute courtier aussi.
OK. Et est-ce que c'est. Je pense que non, également. Mais est-ce que la personne qui achète est-ce que j'ai des clients qui vont dans. Quand je vends mes 3-4 terrains, la deuxième maison à côté, et je veux que ça soit vendu ensemble. Est-ce que légalement, l'acheteur doit acheter l'ensemble, c'est la demande propriétaire, peut acheter individuellement toute la maison?
Légalement, c'est très bien. C'est pas possible. Je vends tout ensemble ou je vends juste ça.
OK.
One by one.
Ici, ça va être.
I have
Vu que c'est tous des canaux différents,
I have
mais
two.
pas de la fusionner. Tu vas faire un contrat de maison, tu fais un contrat de terrain, et tu les crosses. C'est ça. OK.
Friday, I'm signing another duplex.
Are we still on the parking?
No. He's talking about his listings.
Yeah.
So guys, contacts is straightforward, it's all your contacts. Auto email, so if I click here, I'll get the list of all my auto emails with dates. I have dates here.
And Karim.
Yeah.
I have two condo. One is gonna be rent and
sale.
sale. And I have another one. This one is not yet handover. So maybe I can put it in our WhatsApp group, this one, because.
You're asking me, or you're telling me?
I'm asking you.
Voting.
So a subgroup is internally, if you wanted to say, guys, I think I'm listing a condo tomorrow, dibs on whoever. Do
No,
it.
the broccoli, they are not allowed to put it in matrix before you are the owner.
Where WhatsApp group, it's private, you can put it.
Yeah.
The WhatsApp doesn't see it.
It's
Vous
in-
ramener l'aspect de, tu peux mettre à vendre et à louer. Est-ce que c'est la même aspect? Tu fais un contrat?
Alors, tu as le choix, tu peux le mettre sur un MLS, à vendre et à louer, ou tu fais deux numéros séparés. Mais là, tu dois ajouter une lettre à l'adresse.
OK.
Donc, le 1321, unité 202, 1321, unité 202A. C'est ça la différence.
Est-ce que tu fais deux contrats, un de vente, un de
Tu dois
locatif?
toujours faire deux contrats. Il y a ces
Okay.
deux contrats distincts.
Okay.
Okay, so here, this is your dashboard. So it's this guy here, so sorry, Altoria listing. See, 2021 is the last time, well, it's my name there, but if this wasn't my name, I would probably delete it, right? I have people that have never opened their email. Well, it's me again.
Wow.
Okay, so anyways, you get the idea of what I'm saying. So here, for example, this guy, Francis, he gets the email on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So he's on break on Saturday. I'll never send him an email on Saturday. Don't ask me why, just like they
Shabbat.
Saturday, maybe. Okay, so the last time he went on was in September. Okay, so clearly, well, he bought, so I know why he hasn't been on. But if he didn't buy, I would be calling this guy going, hey, what's up? Right. So again, very interesting. So this is auto email. Concierge will be all the concierge emails that you have. Safe searches, I think I just have a few. I don't use this much. Sent email. Chloé, tu demandais les emails que tu envoies, ils sont là. So all the emails that you ever sent will be on sent email. Okay, so you can go in and see what happens. CMA, I don't touch, my listings. Okay, the rest is history, statistics.
Oh, that's.
So you have the choice. You can go in here and do your statistics manually, or you can go to the baromètre. Okay, quand vous faites des analyses de marché, CMAs, vous allez au baromètre. Vous ne faites pas vos propres statistiques, guys. Okay, you use le baromètre. They have a whole team taking care of this. They get paid a fortune, but don't worry, you're paying for it. It's part of the fees, all right? So utilize the service they provide. They are on the ball, these guys, okay? So ici, bah, vous savez comment y arriver. Hein? Vous tapez, si vous ne savez pas, baromètre sur Google, clique, et vous tombez là-dessus. C'est vraiment super simple. Yeah. Then saving the bookmarking. Okay. Si vous descendez ici, ici, donc à la page 4, je pense, ou 5, sur l'île de Montréal, vous avez toutes les zones.
It's really well done.
It's super. I love what they've done.
Do they have anything as sophisticated anywhere in the world? I don't think so.
Yeah, they do.
They do, huh?
The States. in fact.
The States.
Korea's pretty solid too.
Yeah.
So here, let's say I typed in, this is Rosemont, I think. Yeah, c'est Rosemont, okay? Disons que c'était pour Rosemont. Et parce que dans mon CMA, dans my CMA, I need la médiane, right? So this is third quarter of 2022. Ma médiane, elle est là. For single families, it's up here. Condos is here. Median, I'm 7% up. Median ici, I'm 7% up. That's the number I put in my CMA. You're all looking at me a little blank.
I heard,
No.
I've spoken with people that say, like, they keep it at zero sometimes. They keep the percentage at zero, so that it doesn't like convert place, like they don't overprice it. What are your thoughts on that?
I just.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so be careful with this because it's not zero.
Yeah,
It might not be 7 today, but it certainly was 7 on Q3.
Yeah.
Q3 is, I mean, we're finishing Q4.
I get it.
If you think 7 is too much, adjust it, but don't put 0.
Okay.
Because if your comps are, now we're deviating a little bit from the subject, but if your comps are 2 years old, you just screwed that 2-year-old comp.
Gotcha.
Well, you always
You
basically adjust. Like you have to.
Yeah, but it's not up to you to adjust on statistics. Statistics are statistics. These are as solid as you'll get. C'est pas à toi de décider, c'est pas 7%. Tu comprends ce que je veux dire? C'est comme, c'est basé sur tous les chiffres, ça. C'est pas juste ton imagination.
Non, je vois, c'est le rapport de troisième trimestre.
C'est
C'est
ça.
l'aspect dans le marché qu'on change aussi rapidement. Better be conservative than.
Sure, but 7 is the number. You want to put it less.
Can we do
so-
Sud-Ouest?
Sure, do whatever you want.
Okay.
Il
Sud-Ouest,
est sud-ouest.
Montréal-Ouest, c'est ça?
Sud-Ouest, comme
Non,
Griffintown.
non, sud-ouest.
En haut, numéro 4. Southwest.
-1,
Let's do the call.
Okay.
+8 on condos.
Well, it's not -1. It's active list.
Sorry, 7.
Juste pour être comprendre, le 7%, ça veut dire que c'est 7% vous avez.
C'est ça, c'est 7%. Donc, si tu as une propriété qui s'est vendue à 1 million, ben, sur ton analyse de marché, ben, la feuille va l'analyser à 1 million plus 7% en date d'aujourd'hui. Donc, tu es en train d'ajuster le prix dans le temps,
Quand on a une propriété qui s'est vendue à 1 million, il y a deux.
à l'intérieur de cette période. Si c'est avant 12 mois, ben, il y a un autre ajustement en plus qui est fait par rapport au
It's changed quite a lot since July.
Yeah.
July, because now it's, if you go up to July up until now, because otherwise,
You can do it now.
you're gonna base your price on like whole data.
No, you can do it now. So what I've done I actually just did one this morning. We came up without messing around with the stats, right? We were at 1.1 for a condo. It's not worth 1.1 in today's market. It's probably worth 990, 985, around that mark. So in the miscellaneous adjustment, I discounted it by that amount. Guys like, well, why are you discounting it by that amount? Explain it to me. I go, because the market has shifted. My last data is Q3. I know that Q4 is a disaster because we do know like mentally that it's a disaster.
Yeah, so you just have to
I
eyeball
go, I'll gladly redo it for you when we list in January, because that's when we're listing with my Q4, and hopefully I'm right. And hopefully for you, I'm wrong, right? Because if I'm right, it's actually lower. Well, because they will be, I'm almost sure. So you can play around with this, but if you wanted to list today, well, that's the price. I can't make shit up. Okay. Make sense, guys?
Yeah.
crystal.
So Baromet, really by far one of the best stats we have for us, and they're solid. Between this and what Zimi sends you, I think you're covered for the greater Montreal area. Zimi sends you Montreal, South Shore, and Laval, right? These are like just the basic numbers. It's your volume. Okay, this has much more detailed statistics. And when you go present, if you know you're going to fall on an analytical, print it. Print it out.
My big question,
Well, if you come, so then don't print it.
I'm scared, no,
So if you're not comfortable,
I'm not,
then don't print it.
unless I highlight what I want, but then they're gonna ask me.
No, so you don't print it, you say, according to our stats, the market has shifted 7%, and this is why we put 7%, don't print this. If you can't explain it, don't present, because you're gonna lose, your juice.
We're gonna talk.
For sure.
Past 5 years, up 76%.
I can't see it, sorry, I'm too close.
On
to
the.
Far right.
On the
What are you
right
gonna
Oh, yeah,
say?
yeah, yeah.
column, up 76%.
Crazy.
Yes,
Okay, the other one is Kriya. So Kriya is not as interesting for us, but it's a stat you can look at as well. This is across Canada. Honestly, I wouldn't really use this unless you have a real purpose to use it. I usually use Kriya for commercial if I can, but that's pretty much it. So I don't really want to go into Kriya. Let's go back to Matrix with the statistics. So let's do one for fun. Single family, Montreal. I'm gonna go back
Sud-Ouest.
to Saint Laurent. To go Saint Laurent. And So you can pre-select stuff like average selling time. So it gives you stats, medium price.
Is that not good? Like, I use that sometimes, like,
Listen, it's cute,
yeah. Okay,
but
it could be in your head.
But it changed, I think, for the, think of the document, it's a lot of numbers. Like,
this is more visual.
well, the client's gonna see that the median price really dropped from 21 to 2022, and he's gonna see the expectation for 2023.
I mean, it's a graph.
So you can do it this
Yeah,
way
it's
and then just print this out and it adds a little juice to your presentation as you very well said it.
And if they don't get it, the most you can do like a little, oh.
Yeah.
Like, open the mouth. Huh? No, but it's easy to explain to people like, okay, Mr. Mrs., this is what happened to your price.
So
Oh,
basically, the equivalent of what we do is this.
yeah.
So this is how we, well, you can do it as circle, as des barreaux, comme vous voulez, right? But this is basically the market. So let's say you're selling a house in Sud-West. Sorry. So for sale, I got 28. I've got 17 that got listed in the last 30 days, 3 that expired, and 6 that sold. What?
Just to go photo, like.
That's in the VIP package.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a VIP
I
package.
just-
Okay. Again, I always say, like, it's very cute, but it means absolutely nothing.
How do you manipulate
Okay,
it?
so you gotta explain it to the customer, and the explanation is very simple.
So you sit,
Oh, right.
sit your client down and you say, okay, so we have a pizza.
Okay.
So basically here it tells you that per buyer you got, sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
It's
but
okay.
you're
My
talking
pizza
about-
example.
So I've got about 5 properties per buyers,
Yeah.
that's it. So is it a buyer's market, a seller's market?
Yeah.
I'm asking the question.
Sellers.
I was concurring with.
Sellers. Rate of absorption, you go online, figure out a calculator, because I'm not gonna go into how to calculate it. But basically, if we're not gonna add anything to the inventory, my inventory is gonna be at 0 in 9 months.
Do you calculate the rate of absorption or is it a calculation in Excel?
It's not done here. It's just, there's too much data.
Or you
involved.
just add it manually?
Yeah, I calculate on the website and then just put it down. Okay, rate of absorption, sorry, is very important. A lot of people in a lot of industry uses this.
What is the rate of absorption?
If I don't add anything to my inventory, whatever it is, medical, cars, housing. you're
How
following
long
me?
does it take until it,
Until I am at 0. That's my
Okay.
rate of absorption.
9.33 months,
Okay.
so that's.
I guarantee you that 50% of the people you will meet that are in business,
Would be interesting.
they understand what rate of absorption is. Okay, it's a very important number in a lot of fields, finance, pharmaceutical, anything that has inventory, car business, lumber, like construction materials. What do you think the prices increase? Rate of absorption is going like at 1 month.
Cars and-
No, it's not there on the chart because that's a separate number altogether.
And is it your individual rate of absorption or market rate of absorption?
Market rate of absorption. It'll basically ask you how many sold in the last 12 months, how many are listed right now. If there's a bunch of questions, you fill it up and then it'll give you the rate.
Crystal,
There's a way to calculate it. I just don't wanna
no, definitely.
Which website?
Google it.
It's Google rate of absorption calculation.
I'm making it pretty easy, but you gotta kind of work at it. All right, guys, so these are like, I'm kind of deviating from stats, but I think it's important to kind of tie it together. So it's not only, stats are not just stats. They have a purpose within our flow and our way of convincing a seller or a buyer to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Pull the trigger now. Why? Because tack. Someone will just look at you like you're a space cadet. No, and those guys are like, well, look how nice the wall is. Right? La couleur du mur. No, parce que
Yeah.
different people, different things you want to focus on. Okay. This is purely from a business standpoint. Okay. If you're dealing with builders, they love this. Okay. Builders are all about numbers. Their margins are super small. They're going to maximize their margin. Any questions on this so far?
No.
Super clear.
You can customize, guys, I highly suggest you play around with it because I can show you everything it does, but if you don't do it yourself, it's almost like,
We always forget it after.
I'm sorry.
If we don't do by
Yeah,
ourselves.
you
then
won't know what it does, right? So I would suggest you just play around with it, do a couple, just understand how,
If we have a question, can we come see you?
sure you can. Try. No, you can try to.
I tried to find a fire.
Michael.
Yeah. There was something else I wanted to show you.
Done?
What?
Rally.
With flag, with flag.
Alright. Start around 5 PM, no? Rally.
Oh, I got you.
You have a guide also, if you see here on top, view the guide,
Oh my god.
What is this?
Did you find?
right?
You just showed, sorry.
Statistiques,
You
view
got
the guide. Okay, so for all you that want to figure out how things are calculated,
Wow.
endless hours of pleasure, excellent.
It's just the 2 parentheses. Simple algebra, man.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all long, but I
Okay,
mean, again, guys, webinars, they have tons of webinars that are super cool. They last 2-3 minutes, they'll, just pause it, do it, pause it, play, super easy to do. But I highly suggest you stick with the Baronet. In my opinion, it's the best statistic we have, and it goes all the way, right? Like we have,
Wow.
so since 2009. So on a quand même 12 ans là, de stats. Okay, so they know what they're doing. There's also stats per area. I'm trying to find out what it is now. Is it even here? Sorry guys, I have a blank. Open houses and caravans. Okay, any questions on anything involving anything?
Anything?
Yes,
On concierge mode, when you fill up everything and email came to your box,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna go check. And you decided, you're gonna send it, instead of 10 listing, you're gonna send 5.
Yeah.
It's gonna go to which mode, like client detail with Imperial, or do I have a opportunity to select
It
it?
doesn't send them a PDF, I think it sends them the list.
it sends them a link, and then that link defaults to your portal. Let me see.
I hope it's not sending broker details.
So here, visit the portal. So this is what they see.
They're gonna see how much commission we're gonna make.
No. It's just a portal for
That's
clients.
not what I wanted to show you, but this is what they see.
Okay, house.
Okay. So house for you.
Is there a way to set up notifications when they heart one of them? No.
It's on your dashboard.
Oh, but.
And you told me when
The
they.
dashboard should be open at all times.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your tool, right?
Yeah.
That's the logic behind having it. So here, like he just clicked on it, 141, what time is it? Yeah, he just clicked on it like 4 minutes ago. Okay, so he clicked on probably this one, because I just sent it. So here's the history of everything that I just sent him. Okay, some people know how to use hearts. Some just don't have hearts, because they don't know how to click on it.
And you said in the first email, they have to, like, you have to call them and say, you're gonna receive.
You don't have to do anything. I'm saying what I do, and you can take it and apply it, or you can have your own method. I'm just saying that at some point, by keeping these relationships alive with a phone call, I hate the phone, okay? I hate talking on the phone. I hate my phone when it rings. I'm not a phone guy, but my phone's my tool. I get people that call me, they have questions, I need to answer, and I want to make sales, right? My job is to sell, right? That's what I do, like you guys. So if I don't call you as your buyer, I tell you, hey, you clicked on La Rue Evariste, what did you think? It's like, dude, it's trash. Okay, no problem. I can go in and readjust what I'm looking for, right? Because I'm sending them as a concierge. So now I know he doesn't like the stone facade.
It is what it is.
So any stone facade, I'm gonna remove.
Wait, how did you get to this?
So that you asked the question, right? What did they get? Or I don't know, somebody asked.
I asked.
So they get an email that is sent to them. And they have a link to this, sorry. They have a link to this. When they click on their email, this is the page they fall into. So as a buyer, this is really cool. Because I get to see all the listings that you have been sending me since we started working together, right? So I can go back. Alors, that one, je voulais aller là-bas, mais on n'a pas été, on était en vacances, je sais pas trop quoi. Ernest Hemingway's, it's still available. So when you call them, this is why I'm saying a phone call is always better than an email, because an email they can delete, they cannot respond. But a phone call, if they answer, hey Karim, t'as vu, je t'ai envoyé, Paris, ouais, c'est pas pour moi, mais celle qui était sur Ernest Hemingway, est-ce que c'est encore dispo? Then you go, you say, yeah, cool, why don't we go see it? You understand
Yeah,
it's a,
easier on this one.
yeah, it's just more personal. You're buying a house, you're not shopping for a sweater, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
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 You agree?
You guys like purses? Yeah, okay, so if you're gonna go buy $5,000 purse, you're gonna, yeah, you're gonna sit there, have champagne or whatever, like you're gonna milk it, right? Okay. So that's my point, okay, you're buying a house, and you have a map, so it's pretty cool. Okay, so this is really their portal. If they start clicking on hearts and trashing, it's a good hint that you need to kind of rework that.
The stars is what you sent them?
No, the stars are probably the ones that they liked. At one point in time, they probably.
new ones.
No.
35.95 or 97. That's all.
Yeah, sorry, you're right.
The new one.
They're the newest ones. The 3 stars. Okay,
So this is a really good way to like keep tabs on buyers,
yeah,
honestly.
you can personalize the top part. Somewhere in settings. Okay, which I suggest you kind of do, because if not, they're just gonna have the.
It's ugly.
Well, it's not ugly, but it's just, you know, you
Bland.
want your information updated.
What's yours? It's like the deep, it's like water, yeah.
Solid photo.
Whatever
It's
is
like
the,
this.
whatever is stone.
That's like the default. Really?
Okay, so Matrix, super cool. See, this guy sent them like over 90
I like the
emails.
picture.
So that's a lot of emails to receive. Okay.
What if they unsubscribe in the email? Would you?
If they unsubscribe, you're screwed. They're done.
Big problem.
You delete them everywhere. They're never gonna get an email from you.
But how would you know?
Oh, you'll get notified.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's pretty much, you know.
But they can
they're telling
subscribe
you
to
to
it.
notify guys.
They have to call, I think, they have to call and they can do.
Delete.
Resubscribe.
Move on. Anybody who unsubscribed, or they were emotional, or they were pissed off. Either way, it's not good.
Bad breakup.
It's great. They broke up.
Two, and
They broke up with you without calling you.
yeah, and I found another kind of client, by mistake, they did
Broke
also.
up with you over
By
text.
mistake,
By mistake, no, they don't have enough knowledge about.
you gotta click it twice. Unsubscribe, because you
They
know,
will ask.
are you confirming the unsubscribing? Yes. Come
Oh,
on.
yes.
Their mistake
Yes, you're right.
twice.
Yeah, no.
They'll make You're gonna make other mistakes.
Yeah,
Text.
the second time they can't, right? Like,
So it's hard. I had a couple that by mistake unsubscribed, and then they needed help again, and then they had to call and whatnot. And then they said, you call for us. I said, no, why don't you go?
they have to call.
Here's a choice of other brokers, pick one and have fun. Okay. So, no, because it's, you know, it's, when you start feeling people are lying to you, and it's not worth it. So this is Korea, national statistics. Not super useful for us because we're kind of different in Quebec, right? But our market didn't grow or didn't fall as fast or as the rest of Canada. So cool to know. Just c'est bon à savoir dans des conversations, mais I don't think we can use it much unless you're doing commercial.
Yeah.
I think I said that already.
This is North Korea and we're South Korea.
North Korea, South Korea, yeah. All right, so you have all the info here as well. And the last one, which you guys all know. So So this is your best weapon for that question. Hey, how's the market going?
Yeah, I call this the Forrest Gump.
That's it.
Takes care of anyone.
That's what you answer. Well, that's not what you answer. You don't tell them, I'll send you the stat page. Okay, like you know what's going on in the marketplace. These are numbers that you should always understand. How many listings are there right now in Montreal? About 10,000. I am not looking at it, I maybe residential expired. Look how many expires. 9,000 expires.
Wow.
So anybody who tells me that they're prospecting and they can't get an appointment for an expired, you're not prospecting.
Holy shit, that's in 1 month?
No, that's 1 year. Even per month, divided by 12, it's a shitload of expireds, guys.
900 in 1 month.
Okay. Sold, 22,000 homes have sold, plus the 17,000 condos. This plus this divided by the number of brokers.
40
In
divided-
Montreal,
40 divided by 4. How many are we in Montreal?
so it's 6,000, 7,000,
Okay, it's like 5 properties each.
20% do 80% of the business.
Yeah.
Okay, so this gives you an idea of what's going on. It could or motivate you or make you really depressed. Okay, I think it should motivate you because the market is healthy, even though we're going through a slump. Our numbers, I'm giving you our stats now as an agency. We're running on numbers of late 2019, early 2020. They weren't bad years, guys. Okay, so forget 2021. That's 2020 to 2021 is like,
Here.
it's like years that, we've got like Papa Schmurf just put a spell on us or something crazy. I
Yeah,
don't know what
let's
happened.
jump over it.
Okay, so 2019, 2020, good years. This board is telling us the same story as if I pull up those years, the same month, I'll probably be in the same numbers.
Okay.
Okay, so we're in a great market. It's gonna be a little harder to get things done. That's all. So this sheet is sent to you not for fun, it's for you guys to kind of look at it and have a response to that question that everybody's gonna ask you. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
How do we spin it positively though? Like there's a lot of listings, things are still selling.
Is there really a lot of listings? There's not that many listings. Things are still selling, and you're not lying, things are still selling.
Yeah.
Things are moving. Guys, we know, we issue commissions, so we know. Every day there's commissions going out, that means sales are happening. Any commissions going out today, that means the sale happened a week ago. Right? Turnaround is about 5 days with the notary. Right or wrong?
Yeah.
Rentals. We've got as many rentals as we have sales. So we run about 2,500 sales a year and another 2,500 rentals. That's 5,000 transactions. But we're talking about one agency. Okay, so there's a lot of agencies out there. There's a lot of brokers out there. Granted, we're not the smallest, we're not the biggest. But these are the numbers, 17 plus 22. You got almost 40,000 of sales. No rentals here.
This is yearly, yeah, correct, 17 plus 27.
Yeah, 39, 30.
Yeah, call it 40 for 1 year, from November to November. Rentals, you can say there's probably about the same number.
So
That's condos.
No, rentals, whatever, house, condos.
Oh, all in all, okay, so another 40.
I'm basing on our numbers. We're half more or
Okay,
less, so
okay,
I can imagine the system.
probably.
Okay, and then you have it also for 1 month. So sold 1156 in November, that is a little low. Compared to November of 2021, 2020, 2019. 2019, we were at about 12 here. Hence why I said we're back to 2019 numbers. Guys, we run our trainings based on our numbers. You understand how this is going, right? And we try to tell you guys how to shift quickly. So you shift according to how the market is moving. So you're not caught with your pants down. Anyone doing what they used to do 6 months ago or 8 months ago, or in April, let's say, and is not shifting their mindset, they're gonna crash. Very simple. You can't sit around waiting for the phone to ring. Right? Okay, so try to read into this. You asked the question how to spin it to positively.
Yeah.
you know your peeps, the ones asking the questions, you spin it the way you want to spin it, but these are the hard fingers.
Yeah.
Toi, t'as pas les chiffres, hein? Ouais.
Her head's
Hate
like,
it, like, I can't.
You're
I
not a
love
numbers
it,
person,
but
it's
I'm not
fine.
at all, I need to find a way to like.
sing it, try to sing
It's
it.
good because like the clients, they listen to the media so much, they're so brainwashed with negativity, that to have real numbers, it's like, it's facts, it's not media, it's not bullshit.
Try to sing it.
I'm sorry, guys, I made a mistake. This is Montérégie, Laval, and Montreal. So it's 22,000 sales
Oh,
in
yeah, this one is
Montreal
Monterrey.
only, okay?
Oh, it's
Greater
good.
Montreal.
It's not bad.
Okay. Well, to spin it,
Motivation.
you know, how's it going? Well, you know what? November, our sales are pretty good. You know, there's over 1,500 sales, over 1,500 sales. They don't know where the number is. I'm not lying, it is
Yeah.
over. I could be at
They don't
18,
know
I could be at 19, I don't know, over 1,500.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to,
Yeah.
oh, well, how does, oh, wow, 1,500, it's a big number.
Mhm.
They're not in real estate,
They don't know.
they know a little bit of real, oh, is this higher than usual? Well, the last time this happened was in 2020, 2019.
Yeah,
C'est pas loin, là. It's right before COVID, I mean,
well, it's coming back to a normal.
that's it. Yeah.
Curious, eh?
There you go. And look how many new listings came on.
We're
26. That's a lot of listings. I mean, I remember months where we were not even 800.
Really?
Okay. So great tool. It's sent to you all the time. Then you have, no, this is not it. Where will we? No. So I know you guys get these emails, and I know most of you just delete them. What is this? And if you guys think they don't know, oh, they know. Okay, they keep tabs on everything that is sent. They have links to everything. This is sent by Lepage, Quebec, every quarter. And it's your perfect tool for Ducopio listings, how to convince them to move on to, a regular broker. Yes.
This is from like from Quebec to us. Or
Yes.
it goes to
It goes to everybody.
Who do I have to contact? I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
So guys,
Yeah.
it goes to
This
your,
next
it
one
goes to your email that you registered with us. This is sent dirigeant propriétaire, dirigeant d'agence, courtier immobilier, and administrateur, sent to everybody.
It just gets once a quarter. So if you're
This
not,
is once a quarter. So the last time you would have got this email would have been on, well, this one's July 14th. You might have got one after and.
well, this quarter probably, huh? Q4.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. So this statistic basically shows you les inscriptions, okay, conseiller immobilier versus du proprio. And you have it in different size. Okay. Les inscriptions en vigueur et les ventes. So really, they're selling 4% of the market. They're claiming they're selling 4% of the market, but if we crunch that 4%, well, some in there were sold by a broker. You understand? So
We got the buy.
can we agree we cut it in half? Like, can they agree we cut it in half? They probably would say yes, because it's probably more. So they sell 2% on their own. So, Mr. Seller, you've got 2% chance that you're gonna sell your property on your own.
I see 5, but I should say 2.
Say 2.5.
2.5.
It's not okay, and you have it, that's Total Quebec, but guys, it goes deep here. Then you have all the different regions,
Do you have Montreal?
Wow.
Of course you do.
okay, so then you have Laval.
They did 30 sales.
From Saint-Pierre. Oh my God. it's not
Hey,
good.
go ahead, but I'm Montreal. Alors, they're at 180, so they're at 1%.
They did 100 sales, bro. That's 100 sales.
Yeah.
You see my point?
Wow.
So,
But they won't believe you.
so print it.
Karim, could you go up to Laval? I want them to see the Laval number.
What, you just want to email stuff, eh?
No, I
I
don't.
told him.
But I'm just saying, what if you tell them,
You guys want to see how many sales they did in Laval?
They're already on the ego trip. What if
They
don't
did
believe
30
you?
sales
They
at
say, "Oh,
Laval.
you're pushing this."
30 sales. It's so low. Yeah, I don't judge it.
Print it out. or snapshot their territory and send it to them if you want.
Honestly, I'm
Via text or?
Hey, the 30
I don't care how you
sales.
said it, like, guys, telegram, airplane. Okay, so guys, this is powerful stuff. 30 sales. Like, I don't mean to be
That's insane.
14, 45,
Use
30.
those numbers.
30 sales,
Yeah.
and probably 17 of those were
This
bought
is,
by a
this
broker.
is in Q2. This is on 3 months. That's 10 sales a month. Oh, just to break it down per month, like, come on.
Lucky.
And they're like, no, no, no.
Everyone want to try for a month.
Montreal, 100 son.
Yeah, you're very lucky, so.
Ah,
Congratulations.
And out of which, I guarantee you, 50 were done by us.
Insta?
And another 20% were probably j'ai vendu in a sense where they just, because you have to list it at j'ai vendu under proprio to take it off or something like that. no?
I kind of heard something stupid like that.
Yeah, so on du proprio, in order to take it off du proprio before your contract ends, they have to list it as j'ai vendu in their system.
So I faked their numbers.
So most of their numbers are fake. They're unregulated. They're unregulated. No one, no one checks their advertising.
So guys, if you're gonna delete the emails, at least create a folder called stats and move it into the stats folder. Okay, that way you always have it on hand. Like I can go back years. I mean, because I have to, but it's important to keep this, it's valid information, right? I think that's it for stats, guys. See the meeting last. Yeah, it would have been Dominique Sanchez. Dominique is our like CEO of Quebec, if you guys want.
Karim, do you think that like the real estate agents, the associations, the monopoly that they have over the market will ever disappear? Or like, are we strengthening, like, is this job security in regards to like?
So you want to create
our
a union or
monopoly?
something?
No, but like,
Before he quit his job.
like they won't ever be like, okay, it's fine, because this all has to be regulated.
Listen, there's always people selling and buying, no matter in which situation
Just
you are.
put it bluntly, toilets, plumbers.
Right. Houses.
You got a toilet, you got a plumber. It's crystal clear.
You have to
Maybe-
remember, there's a whole back-end industry that is we're part of this whole ball, right? There's the notaries, there's apporteurs géomètres, the rental guys, the cities. There's a lot of people that are intertwined with us as brokers,
Okay,
okay?
right.
The builders, the banks.
That
Am I
depends.
keep going? Like,
So we're actually like
you know,
locked in.
are you secured? You're as secured as the next guy.
Maybe in 50 years, 60 years, when they blockchain everything and you could just like go
It's
over it,
very difficult for people to.
negotiate with each other.
Yeah, it's we've been, as a human race, we've been negotiating on all levels.
Yeah,
With other humans for how many thousands of years?
Yeah.
And we're still fighting about stabilities. Come on. So you don't think realtors are important?
Josh? I think they are.
They are important, but.
No, they are.
They are not.
No, just. curious.
People don't want to pay the fee.
Fees.
But a lot of people don't mind paying the fee when they see the value.
Yeah.
And when they realize that if they do it on their own, they're gonna lose money. Okay, so.
It's also a legal aspect. It's like hiring yourself as a lawyer. Like, you don't know
100%.
shit about it. Why would you try to do it yourself?
100%. The guy I was meeting this morning for his condo had this place listed with 2 other brokers. I won't mention their names. And I know who they are. One's okay, the other one's disastrous. And I didn't say that to him. But he's like, dude, like the last time I listed with a broker, I was really disappointed, and I can tell he wasn't like he was starting the rant and rave. So I'm like, listen, Steve, sit down 2 seconds. I'm just gonna tell you how it worked. And we're not gonna talk about your bad experience. And I'm just gonna bluntly tell you how it's gonna go down with you. So this is what's gonna happen week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Not sold, you're gonna get a price reduction. You're gonna sign the price reduction. We're not gonna argue about it. And we're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
And that's how it's gonna go down. Are we cool with it? He goes, yeah. I go, what are your rules? He goes, don't call me to open the door. No problem. We're done. So his whole thing of they're bad, this was not they're bad. It's because every time they had a visit, hey, can you open? Hey, can you open? It's not for him to open, at least put a lockbox.
Or the broker called.
The broker would call the owner for him to open, because they didn't want to go.
Yeah.
Lazy as F.
Well, I mean, you're in the business 10, 15 years, you start to think,
Well, no, you hire somebody and somebody goes
Yeah.
on your behalf.
no, but
You
I've seen a lot
don't-
of brokers that I've worked with, that have been in the business 10, 15 years, and they start to think that things just sell themselves, they sell themselves out of the job.
Dude, you're taking 5% on $1 million. It's a lot of money.
I know, and I'm aware.
I'm sure you can
Drive your ass. with-
drive or have somebody drive there. That's part of
Yeah.
your circle and open the door.
Absolutely.
So, all this to say, like, sometimes it's better not to, I don't even know where we're going in this. Yeah. All the statistics. I dream about it.
You got all numbers that are in there,
So again, you can do what you want with this, text,
Yeah, the
email.
no problem.
I'm
You're
gonna
gonna,
send
you're
it.
gonna text it?
Because I feel like they won't believe
You're gonna
me.
be like a shady mortgage broker that
No,
texts
no,
me.
Show.
as soon as you're.
You know what I'm talking about? You know the mortgage brokers that text you, rappel de taux?
For your parking,
Yeah.
just to go back to the parking, where's the building?
Oh, it's in downtown, St. Jacques.
Okay,
7006.
Go to matrix, go to general, pull up by address, see what comes up. They might be a parking. If not, just go and put it on their
You know
little.
how I did it?
You wants to buy
I
it?
put it the dollar amount, 100,000 minus, and it's gonna show. up.
What, you wanna buy the parking?
Yeah.
Call the syndicate. No,
Yeah.
call
Why
the,
you complicated?
No, I just, no.
And parking is minimum 10%.
Generally, just, you wanna search quickly for the
So
parking
it's-
anywhere.
I have a question for you.
60K, right? You're gonna go
If there's a land, okay, if there's a land that's 50K.
with the parking on it.
10%.
10%,
Nothing
that's
even.
5K, right?
Don't even bother.
And you said you don't like numbers, you, huh?
Yeah, but when it comes to money, I think it's
Yeah.
good at the percentage, eh?
Okay, so
What's 5% on a mill?
don't ask me this question.
What, 5% on a mill?
50 G's.
Whatever. Okay, anyway.
Anyway, so 10%?
Yeah. Anything under 100K should be 10%. You sell a business,
A business
of course,
also.
10%. François has some at 20%.
That's where you guys going to.
François is a beast. No, a commercial, the cycle is super long.
Throw them carrots.
I've worked on commercial deals for like 2 years. Some go, some, yeah, of course, commercial is a disaster.
And how do you explain that, like,
The disaster of commercial.
No. why it's 10% and not 5 or 4?
I charge 10%.
Because that's what I charge.
Because
Any other questions?
the commission is low, that's why. It's only 100,000, only 80,000, only 90,000, that's why they have to charge.
Then they'll tell you, okay, no, on va faire ça à flat fee. Okay, 100,000, 10,000.
Okay.
And back to square one, okay, we're playing around with the same numbers. Okay, 9,000.
But
Okay,
the price is
9,500.
going down as much?
And that's it, because now it's like t'es dans un sou. Like it's a, no, because at some point, we're not gonna negotiate very long. Ouais, c'est 9,500, 6,000, let's go. It's like you're wasting everybody's time, like you're not gonna go around, it's like the parking, I didn't mean to be rude about it, but a parking is, it's annoying. It's certainly lauded, so il y a un mot de cadastre, so they're gonna have to go to notary,
Yes.
right?
And then the
You're
lot
gonna go through the same work to sell this lot, this little parking space that you would have of selling a.
Give it to me.
The unit. I'm not saying it's not worth it, but
and also there is a lot of restrictions sometimes. They said you have to sell it only in this.
well, that's the first thing,
Association.
that's the first thing you should check.
Exactly.
So I had customers that had units for rent downtown and they wanted to rent the unit separate from the parking.
Right.
For an extra.
Oh, I did that. Perfect. No problem.
Yeah.
Pas de problème. Let's list the condo. At this price. Would you actually include the parking if they rent at this much? No. Okay, so let's include it on the price. Let's say il voulait 2200 sans parking
Oui.
et le parking il voulait $300 par mois. I'm throwing stupid numbers, but so 2,500 all in, right? Let's list at 2,500. Okay, but if they don't rent it for 22 and then we'll get the parking on site, yeah. I made sure that whoever rented the unit, parking or need a parking or don't need a parking, it's included. We're done, never bring it up, ever again. 2,500 parking included, I don't need the parking, you can rent it on your own, have fun. I am not getting involved with the parking. I want to see the parking, and you're gonna drive all the way downtown to show parking.
This is the parking, okay,
It's number 22B.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't find
and
it.
people tell you, can you show me the parking spot? Like
It's a parking.
No,
Oh,
but
it's
It's
if,
important in the
But
building,
if
how
it-
far is it from the elevator?
yeah, but like.
Chloe, if it's part of condo, you are renting or you are selling, you
Renting,
must show them,
talking.
you must. show them.
A
When people
rental
are,
though,
yeah,
I don't see the use.
but what Karim said, like, somebody calling for, can you show me that just for parking? And then he would be driving down.
That I can do.
Any questions, guys?
Can I forward this to people, like
To the world, no?
no, not to the world, to the proprio who is like
Yes, but
being.
screenshot it, don't send out the
Well-
document.
I think the question you should ask yourself is, why shouldn't I? Like, try to think.
Wow,
Because,
very
you know?
difficult question.
you know, like, you ask, you ask